All right, so we already plowed up by the houses. Great guys are doing good. We didn't get a lot of snow last night, but forgot to come out and just check real quick, make sure everyone can get where they need to go. So I'm just gonna check a couple of the areas where the guys are trimming, see if we need to be plowed out real quick. Most of the guys got four-wheel drive in their cars, so we don't really have to worry too much. And this isn't really that deep. I plowed this again yesterday, so we got maybe a couple inches overnight. Nah, this looks fine back here. I thought maybe back here would. So we had some winds last. I figured maybe some of this would have been blown in, but it's still nothing deep. They can get back here pretty easy. Sometimes back here on this kind of the top part of this hill and on the middle of this farm, it gets we can get some drifts going if it snows. But this last snow is pretty wet. It's pretty thick, so they should be all set. Check one more spot up at the front of the farm. Most of the guys right now are sitting on these main roads. A lot of the offshoot stuff we got trimmed early on, which is nice. And we're probably about 4 weeks ahead of schedule on trimming. Just have real nice weather. Normally we're nowhere near this far ahead, but I mean we started this year earlier, started trimming probably the end of November. And just by pure luck, every day it's been pretty nice. Haven't had a lot of snow, hasn't been that cold. So these guys been able to be out here every single day. If you guys got any questions, throw them down below. You know, some people ask why we have blocks kind of all over the place. Grapes get our highest ground, and so do peaches. So peaches are right up here, and then apples kind of fill in everything else. Now, this high density block, these are Honeycrisp, so these are on some high ground too with the rest of this stuff. Even where I haven't plowed, it's really not that deep. But try and make it easy for the guys to get around, even if it's not that deep. I don't want anybody getting stuck. So, any way to make their job easier and get back to where they need to go. So we'll go up here and make sure that Hector got in because he's been kind of trimming in a valley a little bit. And then off on the road up here, I got two guys trimming in two different, make sure they made it where they needed to go. What's going on, Talon? I wish I was plowing in a truck. We've got this tractor, this back blade. I don't think we have nearly as much snow as you guys got. We got maybe 6 inches. That's where I haven't plowed. It definitely makes things a lot harder. And it's a lot slower. And it's not anything big either. But thankfully, everything we have to plow is basically within 2 to 3 miles of here. So it doesn't take too long and it's cheap. Maybe I'm hoping in the future we'll get a truck or something, or even a V blade for the front of this would be nice. We used to have a snow blower we had on the front of one of our tractors. We got rid of the tractor, had a front PTO, but that was really nice. Wow, you guys can put over a foot? Jeez. No, I don't think we've had a foot this entire season so far. We've had a pretty, it's been cold down here, but we haven't got much snow. So I can't complain on too much because, I mean, basically everything to there, everything's trimmed. I mean, these guys have been able to go almost every single day, so we've gotten really lucky. We're probably 4 weeks ahead. So I bet you're snow plowing a whole bunch up there. Yeah, I'm gonna go check two more spots real quick up here at the front of the farm. We got a guy trimming down here, kind of in a valley. And he's got I think he's got a 4-wheel drive. I just want to make sure. The other two guys I have kind of about a quarter mile, half mile that way. And I usually plow out a little section on the outside of the road where we have a little loading pad for those two guys to get into. But we had some wind last night, so I'll make sure nothing drifted in on them. I'm with you. We got a couple guys that got some vans too, and yeah, they I need to make sure they're plowed. Otherwise I'll be pulling them out later. But it seems like most of the guys switching to trucks, which is really nice. Take their ladders with them, go through the snow. Some of our big old ugly trees we have left. And then he's down in this valley on the other side of these grapes, in between those two orchards. I don't see his normal tracks or he would have got through. So we'll just make sure he didn't get stuck. Looks like he made it down there all fine. Pull down here, warm up next week. Yeah, down in that section, there's horrible survey here. So hopefully now that I'm back up on some higher ground, we should be good. So we'll check this last guy. Looks like everyone's good though, and I don't have to do much plowing. I plowed around the houses and should be all set. I think today we're supposed to get high 30s down here. It's supposed to be pretty warm. All right, so we got this section plowed out yesterday. So a couple of these guys didn't show up today, which is fine. No, they did. So I just don't know where they parked. They're down there in the middle. But I don't see their car unless they packed up. They made a lot, which is brave of them. As long as they don't get stuck. This stuff's gonna melt over the next couple of days anyway. These guys, once it freezes back up, they're to drive anywhere they want. Oh, there they are. And they got deep down in there. And kind of in between some of these orchard rows, that wind, man, it can really hold some snow. So hopefully they can get out of there. They can't, no call. And we'll grab a chain and yank them out. They're kind of parked on an angle down there too. He's kind of trimming crossways right now. Yeah, he's down here on this first row. So the front of this farm is still a lot of these old trees, mostly for process, but they yield pretty good. And so we let them stick around. And then hill. Oh, not turning very well. There we go. Jose's trimming up here at the top of the tree. And he's got a truck, so I never worry about him. He's flying through these trees. We're gonna run to the shop real quick. I don't think anyone needs to be plowed out. I think everyone's good. We got some open ground left here and there, kind of in the center of the farm. It's a little bit low. We're not really sure we're gonna plant there yet, but and now it's just corn and beans. There's a couple of the market trucks. So we take those into Chicago every week in the summer. This year, I think we start May 31st and go through October. I guess to give you guys a little bit of background on the farm. So we are a family farm out of southwestern Michigan. We're fourth generations. We commercially grow apples, peaches, and grapes. We used to grow cherries back in the day. Since then, all of our cherry ground is taken up by grapes. We also have a retail farm market at the home farm. And then we go to Chicago for Chicago markets 3 times a week on Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. Usually from the beginning of June till Halloween. And I'm the fourth generation now. So our farm has been around for just about 100 years. I think we've been here for 95 years. So we're 5 years away from 100. All right, we'll park this back in the cold storage bay. We'll roll over to the shop real quick. So that made for an easy day plowing. Out the houses, and that was about it. Going to the shop real quick, show you guys kind of what's going on in there. We haven't done much in the shop in a couple. Ooh, that sucks. We haven't done a whole bunch in here past couple weeks. Had somewhat nice weather to be out. The brush, so snow to melt. We're going to freeze back up so we can get back on that. This one, I think it's got to chuck the oil in the bag, get the metal bars in this one and that one green mark right now. Just let them know that they bring the back that 5303. I wouldn't mind for them to take this one. Does me no good if it has an oil leak. But yeah, we'll be doing a lot more in the shop probably next week. We have a few days of some really cool temperatures, so I don't plan on trimming that much. We're being out in the cold too much. Probably gonna go spend a good amount of the afternoon trimming today over on the Burgoyne farm. While I'm in here, I'm gonna give Green Mark a call because that tractor's no good. It's having issues. So I'll probably do it for this live, guys. I'll try and do a lot more of these and I'll try better at it. If you don't already follow us on all of our other social media, we got TikTok. Whether or not that's going to get banned or not, I don't know. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us here on YouTube. Check out our other videos out. Subscribe. It helps us out. And we'll see you guys in the next one.